We have got ourselves a Halo Wars 3 versus 3 match. Do you want to know what it's like to go ahead and swallow an eradication and lose your whole army? If so, you have come to the exact right place, because you know what? That's going to happen this game. And that's all I'm going to go ahead and say in regards to that. I'm playing as Serena. We have ourselves a Jerome and a Decimus on our team. And we are going against a Pavium and double Atriox. At least I think it's Atriox. I always get confused between the two. So yeah, I'm playing as Serena, and it's going to be a pretty simple build order. I think we're going to go for supply. Listen, it's been a while since I've gone through these recordings, since, you know, we were going through all the other ones before with Gen First and a little bit of glitchiness and whatnot. But as I said, all that has been cleared up and resolved now. And now because of that, I get to have the enjoyment of looking at some replays of games that I do not remember whatsoever. So I'm not even grabbing the mini base yet. I'm going with the classic double supply with the gen, upgrade that supply, so then I can go ahead and upgrade that gen afterwards and start making Marines right away, because my teammate actually went to get the mini base because they like having mini bases. They want extra money for their economy to get to Tech 2, so they can go ahead and make the one unit that they just know and love so much. And so Marine production is going to go ahead and continue. We have ourselves the second gen that is being upgraded right now, and we're just going to keep working our merry way all the way through, just waiting for the opportunity to go after the first node. So I think the play here is going to be pretty simple. We want to just see if we can start working on these nodes to get that extra power, keep making Marines to keep getting a larger army, and we'll see if we end up going hero or not. We're about to get enough power to go ahead and get the second gen upgraded, and it does look like we're saving up enough resources to go ahead and get the armory for our hero to go ahead and come out, which means continuous Marine production is going to happen. And because of that, we're going to at least be able to take the node and see if we can pressure the middle node. At least that is what I believe I'm going to be doing. We do have a little bit of a skirmish on that left power node because of the power that did exist there. So there is a small engagement there. There we have it. Once we get enough power, we're going to go ahead and make our hero. And there we go. Our hero is now being made, and Marine production is going to go ahead and continue off this one base play so far. And this grunt is going to be able to take out our teammate's grunt, took out the enemy's grunt. So right away, we do have some small victories, which is always lovely to see. And since we're playing hero play, we're going to go ahead and get the upgrade. And now, upgrade node. We're going to get the node, and we're going to upgrade the supply pad. Because remember, you can always upgrade a supply pad when you're building the hero, because by the time the hero comes out, you'll have enough power to go ahead and upgrade your hero. So Atriox is there at the center. Looks like I was correct with the double Atriox. And now we're going to go ahead and get the grenade ability. So if I'm not going to go ahead and go barracks here, getting grenades is a good second option, but unfortunately I did not get the hero upgrade. So I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer to go ahead and get that grenade upgrade. But looking at it, I think the grenade upgrade definitely would have been the better choice, especially if we're going to see if the enemy is expanding. And it looks like they are not expanding. So we're going to go back into the teleporter and carry on through our merry way, get that grenade ability, and start sending some reinforcements over so we can go ahead and handle that. Told my teammate, hey, self-destruct that base. Go ahead and grab the base next to me, because an Atriox will be a little bit difficult to deal with. And here we go. We're going to try and get an engagement on the Atriox. We're going to start off with a slow. We do have the rest of our Marines coming in, which will be very nice. Once we get that grenade upgrade, it's going to be really good. And there we go. We finally just got it. Vortex Lightning does look like it's going to come down as well, which means we're going to easily be able to take out that Atriox. And now we're going to go ahead and make a second or third gen, actually, after self-destructing our armory. So right now things are looking very good. We got 2 power nodes right now. We just cleared out Atriox, so we're going to go ahead and keep this push going that we have now and see if we can go ahead and capture a node in mid. And because there are some mines, my teammate's going to go ahead and just walk all over that. which is absolutely fine. And I'm going to actually expand on the edge. I did not want to go ahead and compete in the middle of the map, mainly because Atriox will be a little bit hard to deal with, and I just want to make sure that I will be able to defend a lot more easily. And so our army's still going to be out and about in the map, trying to see if there's other opportunities while we start our research for Tech 2. And with Tech 2, I think the play here, honestly, is to go ahead and keep upgrading these Marines and get Nightingales, since we are still with these heroes. And that is a lot of suicide grunts that you see here. So we're going to throw in some ice barriers, and we're going to have to try and find a way to split our Marines, but we did not. And so because of that, the suicide grunts kind of destroyed everybody. And there's an unupgraded Pavium on the other side, but because everybody is frozen over there, we're going to at least have the opportunity to do some good damage against these grunts over here. So that's the plus in that regards, but we're still kind of in a tough spot. I did get Seismic Toss, which will be great for my 4th leader point when I get the Cryo Bomb. And there's that Combat Tech Marine. So unfortunately, I did lose my army, and I don't think going Combat Tech Marines now would be the good idea. But our teammate Jerome is showing up with some snipers to go ahead and try and deal with the Pavium that we see over here. This Pavium is definitely overextending right now, and so now the Pavium's going to start retreating, but with the amount of units that they have, Jerome's easily going to be able to take that out, and we're going to be able to now capture our middle node. But it does look like Jerome is actually backing away from that, unfortunately, so the Pavium is still alive while I continue to chase it to see if I have the opportunity to go ahead and take it out. And there's that freeze, which is nice to see. But now you see something very interesting. There's actually mega turrets being established by the Pavium over here. And so if I want to go ahead and start working on this base, I need to at least get rid of the hero, which I was able to do so. But I'm going to go ahead and retreat because the turret is being made. And with all those suicide grunts that are also being made, I don't think going infantry is the play here. But we're going to continue to do so, and we will make some siege turrets. And there's our first air pad. And we're going to stick to infantry play. We made a barracks even though there are mega turrets. So it's going to be interesting. Atriox is coming in with the countermeasures to go ahead and capture our node to get rid of the frost. And so we're going to at least have our Jerome and myself shift over to go ahead and see if we can at least try and take back the node if possible. And so snipers are here already working on the grunt. Atriox is going to try and do something. But they are already in their Master Dome. Boom, that was a nice hit by the Serina hero. And because of that, we're going to easily be able to take out the hero once again. But now Yellow has shown up with a pretty big army of 2 grunts. It's incredibly massive. And we have to make sure we take the appropriate defense mechanisms for it. You saw how I was able to recover that commentary right there. That was pretty nice. So we're going to go ahead and get fortification, mainly because we got siege turrets on the right side of the map because we're looking to pressure. And right now we're still losing the right node, unfortunately, but it does look like we actually saved it because of the siege turret. Looking back at this replay, that's not a bad idea at all to have a siege turret at that front, right? In order to help protect the power node, and it also gives you push capability as well. But here comes Yellow showing up with some mass machines, and so this will become a problem down the line as I continue to get some Nightingales, continue to get infantry upgrades, because yes, there's nothing better than going infantry play against a mega turret. So we're going to see how that turns out. I don't really feel optimistic about this decision here that's happening, but you know, if this player is going to go ahead and go with Nightingales and whatnot, and some infantry or combat tech marines, and then so be it. But right now we're still not having as large of an army that we want, and so it looks like everyone has come to the agreement of let's build as big of an army as possible and then try and fight each other. So that's what's going to end up happening. So infantry upgrade level 2 is coming in, and we're going to still keep making some infantry, make some Nightingales, try to keep our supply spending low. Now we're going to go for a third base, which will be in the middle. And so now that I have the extra vision from the Jackrabbit, we're going to be able to start working on the other side. I lost my train of thought there because of the fact that the mega turret was able to see me, so that means they have to have at least 3 sensor towers to be able to see me, which is pretty surprising. But here comes an attack that's happening on my base. I want to go ahead and use the cryo, but honestly, I don't even think I'll be able to. And here comes a cleansing beam. Let's try and see if we can get a split going as well. And with at least what we have, I think we're going to at least stop yellow from, you know, take out a couple Banshees here and there, nothing too serious. But here comes our mass air, and they're upgraded to level 3 with the plasma torpedo. And now we're just going to at least continue this pressure up straight through the middle because all 3 of us are there. And so now we're going to see if we can do something about this. I mean, on the right side is just a Pavium with 3 engineers, and so we can easily take that out. Banshees are going to come in and help reinforce this as well. But I am starting to float a little bit of resources, so I'm hoping that I get to spend something. And so with the Banshees that have shown up, they're going to at least get rid of everything that's here. The siege turrets are doing a magnificent job, but their mega turrets are also doing a magnificent job. But we were able to get rid of the Pavium on that side, and Jerome has cleared up mid with their Mastodom infantry play. So things are looking pretty darn good for us right now. And now we have a huge engagement over here with all the Banshees. Rain of Fire comes down, but a bunch of Suicide Grunts were taken care of, which is something you want to see. And now we're still thinking about what we're going to do for a tech. And it's kind of funny how the Mega Turret is trying to shoot at my Jackrabbit, but they can't. But my siege is hitting their side of the base on that side, which is something you want to see as well. So all in all, this is looking like a pretty good situation for us, where we're at least being able to put a little bit of pressure on that expansion base, and it does look like Pavium's base may get taken care of as a whole. So the continued pressure from the siege turrets and the Banshees that are there are actually doing a magnificent job. And now we just took out another base, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my new 3rd base at a very forward position, which would be on the enemy side, and Dark Blue is looking to see if they can go ahead and pressure Yellow at their expansion base. And so I'm finally getting a larger army, which is nice to see, but it still consists of mainly infantry. But here comes that attack with the Masterdoms and Jerome to see if they have an opportunity to go ahead and take out this expansion base. But right now, smooth sailing, but Orange is actually engaging Green on the other side of that as well. Engineers are coming in for the heal, and here we go. We got ourselves 2 Scarabs by Yellow. This is going to be kind of a problem over here. Cryo's going to get dropped, and honestly, it didn't even freeze the Scarabs. So honestly, that was a very tough decision that was made, and I thought it would work, and it didn't. But with the ice that's going on over here, and at least the additional reinforcements that I will be sending, we're going to at least be able to do something about that. And the Banshees are winning on that side of the map as well. So that's another plus in that regards, but it does look like Jerome is going to go ahead and fall back completely, take that teleporter. And that means I need to streamline the rest of my reinforcements because I didn't put a proper rally in order to get my reinforcements to come in and help out. Banshees are doing a magnificent job clearing out Orange's 2nd base. And now I'm kind of just in a weird situation where I'm at mid. I want to be able to do something, so I'm going to start sending my units over to help Green out. But now there's a bunch of Reavers with Engineers and Banshees that are showing up, and that's not an engagement for them to go ahead and take. And so that's my cue to go ahead and see if I can attack at the other side. We are upgrading this base so we can get some more siege turrets to go ahead and help us with the offensive. And we're going to put 2 sensor towers to get that extra vision, keep making supply pads because we're going to need a lot of supplies when we make these additional siege turrets. And now we're just going to go ahead and see if we can pressure with what we got. We got ourselves 1 Hornet, no upgrades for air, and a bunch of infantry. And so, oh, there's a couple Hornets there at the back. So we do have a few. And with the vision we have with our Jackrabbit being upgraded, we can see the 2 Scarabs that are set up over there. So this is going to be very interesting to see if we're going to have an engagement. Can we even beat 2 Scarabs with the army comp that we have? Well, we're going to find out because the 2 Scarabs are here. Glacial Storm is going to go ahead and get called. Here's an Eradication being called right on my army, and we're just going to sit there and we're going to eat it all. And just like that, I was at 100 pop and I went down to 23. So Cleansing Beam is going pretty hard on the Banshees, the Desi Banshees, and my base is being focus fired, but we were able to freeze one of them down. And if we had a Nightingale, we could definitely put some clouds, but we did not. But fortunately, these Banshees are doing a great job, but the Reavers have shown up, and so this is going to be a huge problem for me. I kind of dropped the ball big on this one. So Reavers are doing a great job, and at least we're freezing up the Scarab, which is something you want to see. Seismic Toss is going to come down. Honestly, it's not going to be enough. Our hero is not going down. Heal went in for my base, but everything was just a complete utter disaster after swallowing that Eradication. One Banshee is about to be taken out, and so that's going to be the plus side here, but I have practically no army, even though I'm floating a bunch of supply. But we do have Jerome showing up, and even though there's a Rain of Fire and he's sitting in that Rain of Fire, they're going to at least be able to take out both Scarabs, and it's kind of surprising that the Reavers that were there just, I guess, ended up dying. And so all in all, just a great engagement as a whole to get rid of both Scarabs. And if you really think about this game, all I've done is just capture power nodes. I haven't done anything special so far except swallow and Eradication. So hey, at least that's something. And so the Jackrabbit's going to show up. See, there's an expansion base happening over there, and it is not. So that's good signs. At least we still have a bunch of supply, but we're not really spending it whatsoever, and we're choosing to spend our power getting expansion bases. But there we go, we got ourselves another set of Banshees. Red's going to switch over to air, but now Orange also changed their comp as well, because there's a lot of Reavers there. Well, not a lot, like 2 Reavers, and they're going vehicles as a whole. And here comes Red coming in with the Reavers and the Engineers, but the Cryo does come down. Will we follow with the Seismic Toss? No, we are not. It just turns out that Isabel is just not as experienced. Serena, just not an experienced Serena at this time. Just making some decisions that just, you can learn from. And so that's what this is all about. We're here to learn together. And so the mass air is going to end up pretty much cleaning up everything that's over here. Cleansing Beam is going to go down, clear out the remainder of the ground, and it looks like our hero is going to be this Decimus, because as what he would say, mass air wins all the time, except when it doesn't. And so there's a cloaked base, and it does look like there's a Scarab actually that's cloaked. It is cloaked, and so the Desi Banshee is still going to go ahead and get rid of and strip the base as much as possible. Jerome's going to go ahead and show up and do something, and there's another Eradication, and took out a good amount of the Banshees, but there's still plenty to go ahead and try and take out the rest. The Atriox is not even upgraded because the power went straight towards the Scarab, and there goes another one taken out, as well as just the remainder of units. And there goes the self-destruct, and everyone else ends up resigning. And there you have it. I swallowed an Eradication. That is the content that I am providing you today. And if you enjoyed it, feel free to give a like, feel free to give a subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Leave a comment about what you think. And with that being said, have yourself a good one. Have yourself a splendid one. We did great economy-wise. And enjoy the rest of your day, week, or hour. I'll catch you all in the next commentary video.